Oh, Roy Horde. Oh, of course, it doesn't tell me what number's supposed to be. You'll have to excuse me. I have 64. Okay. Wait, what? This is the negative sometimes of editing a roster. We had a trade that had to go through. And then I gotta fix the jersey number, and the jersey number I need is taken, probably by roster filler. Yep. Roster filler. We're gonna end up 3 minutes into this game before I am able to bring to you the bonus game itself. He was right next to him. Okay, now we are ready. I'm also watching the end of the last week's bonus game between the Eagles and Cardinals. That's the one I'm doing. Between the Jets and Patriots. So if you hear that in the background, it'll be over soon. Right. So, welcome to Sack to the Future Week 4. Hopefully you can hear me. Brand new headset. If you heard, or if you followed the bonus game last week, or not the bonus game, sorry. The, Blast from the Past game last week, you heard John M. got a new headset, and I immediately went and bought the same thing. Keeping up with the Joneses, I guess you could say. So the 1-2 Philadelphia Eagles at the 3-0 St. Louis Cardinals. Here, Week 4, Sack to the Future bonus game on the Vinny X Wolf channel. There's a lot of cord. I'm going to have to do something about that. I don't need that much cord. You're looking at St. Louis Stadium. Busch Stadium at Sportsman's Park. As the 3-0 St. Louis Cardinals host the 1-2 Philadelphia Eagles. And there's a kickoff from Jerry Perry. Could be taking at the 6 from Tommy McDonald. McDonald with a spin move. And he's up to 27 where the game will start. 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Sonny Jurgensen coming on the field. He has 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 538 yards passing through 3 games. If you haven't seen this Patriots-Titans game from Week 3 on the Phantom Fighter channel, you should definitely check it out. So on 1st down and 10, Jurgensen back to pass. He throws it to the sideline. It is going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Look at the Eagles starting off the line. McCusker, Whitmore, and Schrader. Ted Dean and Merrill Douglas the backs. Dick Lucas, Pete Retzlaff, and Tommy McDonald your receivers and tight end. Jurgensen back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Tommy McDonald on a crossing route. And he's going to pick up 6 yards and bring up a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, Jurgensen back to pass. Throws it out in the flat to Dick Lucas. He's not going to make the 1st down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. And they'll bring up a 4th down and 3. And on 4th down and 3, the Eagles will punt it away. King Hill to punt. Norm Beal on the return. He's out past the 30 to the 31, and that's where Charlie Johnson and the St. Louis Cardinals will take over. Charlie Johnson has 1 touchdown, 1 interception on 181 yards on the year. And the Cardinals will be going with a multiple back set if it worked. I tried to do what Phantom Fighter does and play with the back formations because they did really alternate between Gott and Johnson's going to take off running. Gott and John David Crow. Johnson slides for the 1st down. And there's an injury timeout. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles in 1962, they went 3-10-1 under Nick Skorich as the head coach. While the St. Louis Cardinals, who should be the favorite, but only went 4-9-1, not much more of a favorite. They're right now 3-0 on Sack to the Future. They were coached by Wally Lem. Johnson back to passing, hands off to Gott. And Gott runs straight into the defensive line, number 78, John Baker. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now from the 42-yard line. Johnson back to pass. He is going to just dump it. And here's a look. Bob DeMarco, Mike McGee, Ken Gray, Ernie McMillan, and we have a glitch as number 22 is not the tackle. John David Crow, Prentice Gott is 22. Taz Anderson, the tight end. Bobby Joe Conrad and Sonny Randall. Well, I can tell you why there's glitches is because the formation subs are all over the place. Johnson back to pass. John David Crow in front of him blocking. Johnson rolls to the right. He's throwing deep downfield. It is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Burrows. Number 45, that's Don Burrows, the 8th year safety out of Colorado State. As Johnson threw up a prayer, and Burrows answered the prayer negatively. Right in front of Sonny Randall. On 1st and 10 from the 14, Jurgensen fakes the handoff, and it's just really just a wait and see for Don Owens. He had to look, make sure it was a fake, and then just recorded his 3rd sack of the season. That'll bring up a 2nd and 19. In the end zone, Jurgensen, he is going to be hit, and it is a safety, and the St. Louis Cardinals are taking a 2-0 lead. Number 52, it looks like... I apologize. And on the free kick, this is going to be taken by Prentice Gott at the 20. Gott runs over the first Eagle and then gets out to the 39-yard line. So my controller came unplugged during the replays of the safety, but that was Marion Rushing who got in there and got the sack. Charlie Johnson so far is 0 for 2 in the interception. It'll be 1st and 10 for the St. Louis Cardinals from the 39-yard line. There's the give to John David Crow. He's out past the 40 to the 45. Met by the first man and tackled at the 46-yard line after a 7-yard pickup. And the Cardinals are in business. And yes, Jimmy Carr on the tackle. The formation subs thing seems to have worked, as they are rotating between Crow and Gott. Johnson hands off to Gott. I did give Gott more formations just because he did have more yards in the Week 4 matchup in 1962 against the New York Giants. Since I'm controlling the Cardinals in this particular bonus game, well, not really controlling them, but since I'm on the Cardinals, I made sure their roster reflected what they really looked like at Week 4, taking into account how they're doing in this season. So you want to be historically accurate, but you also don't want to screw up what they're doing. They're 3-0 after all. 3rd down and 5. Johnson comes line of scrimmage. He's back to pass. Throws it, is knocked away. Sonny Randall was the intended receiver, but Irv Cross knocks the ball down, and the Eagles have forced a St. Louis punt. So the Cardinals cannot capitalize off the safety, and they will have to punt away. Now, if you're an Eagles fan or a Cardinals fan, you've been in luck. You've seen them more often than not so far in 1962. Sack to the future. It's a nice bounce. It is gonna die right at the 1-yard line, and the Philadelphia Eagles will be backed up against the 1-yard line again. Second time in this drive, in this game. So there's a look at Tommy McDonald, the future Hall of Famer. Passed away in 2018. Big loss to the football community. Was a hell of a guy. If you ever watch him on NFL films or his Hall of Fame speech, just loved life, loved the football, and was very excited for it. Jurgensen under center. He fakes the handoff. He's looking, and he is going to be brought down for a second safety. Safety number 2. This time it is big number 70, Don Owens. Don Owens, a 6th-year player out of Southern Miss, and all of a sudden the Cardinals are swinging the bats as Stan Musial hits a grand slam, and the St. Louis Cardinals lead 4-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, nope, wrong sport. My bad. Don Owens gets the safety, and the St. Louis Football Cardinals lead 4-0 over the Philadelphia Eagles here at Busch Stadium. That is his second sack of the afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And the kick is off again. This time taken by Gott just outside the 20. Oh, he runs into number 40. So he was making moves, and then he gets hit by roster filler and tackled. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the St. Louis Cardinals. Johnson back to pass. Slings over the middle to Taz Anderson. And Anderson is into Philadelphia territory. First down and 10 at the 43. Johnson back to Pat. Nope, hands off to Prentice Scott. Scott picks up 2 yards, and there is an injury timeout. So much for our running back carousel and formation sub, whatever. Prentice Scott seems to be down, although he is switching arms. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. John David Crow will come in and be the feature back now the rest of the way. Second down and 8. Johnson throws it to Crow. Oh no, and now Crow is hurt. 2 plays in a row, 2 injuries, and now Bill Triplett, the rookie, is going to have to do the duty, and he's the last man up. Bill Triplett, the rookie out of Miami of Ohio, then known as the Redskins, will have to come in, and hopefully, for his sake, that some of the other backs are able to come back in there. So it is third down and 6. After 2 disastrous plays, the Cardinals staying away from the running back this time. Johnson dumps it. It is caught by number 40. That's Bobby Joe Conrad, and the first down for the Cardinals. I'll tell you one thing about this new headset. It is a... Hold on a second. Hunter Spider, and it is soft. There's paddings on the ears, paddings on the head. Oh, Philadelphia is challenging the ruling on the field of the reception. And they're going to say it is a good catch and a first down for the Eagles. I'm not used to having my ears covered up, though. Used to having one free. First and 10, Johnson back to pass. He rolls, though he is going to be hit and dropped, sacked for a loss by number 71, Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis with a knockdown, knockout sack, and a loss of 8. It'll be second down and 18. Johnson hands it off to Bill Triplett. Triplett having to do the work. He picks up 6 yards on his first carry. We still haven't heard whether or not the John David Crow or Prentice Scott will be able to return. Of course, that's if they're not, they're gonna sign some roster filler. And Johnson back to pass, rolling to his right. He is going to be hit, run into his own offensive tackle, and sacked by Joe Lewis. And it'll be 4th and 17, and Johnson's hot. And this will be a 46-yard field goal attempt by Jerry Perry. It is going to be short. Low. And Sonny Jurgensen, who's had a horrible start, giving up 2 safeties. Here's the second one to Don Owens. And the first one by Marion Rushing. And another sack by Don Owens. Jurgensen has been run all over the field by the Cardinals so far. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36. Bobby Walston in motion. Jurgensen pitches out to Ted Dean. Dean is going to be met in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 1. Number 24, Billy Stacy on the tackle, the 4th-year player out of Mississippi State. The Eagles have a total of negative 16 yards. Jurgensen back to pass. He throws it over the middle to Dick Lucas. Lucas picks up 4 yards, and it'll be a 3rd down. Here's a look at the Cardinals defensive line. Don Owens, who had the safety. Luke Owens and Joe Robb join him. Linebackers, Garland Boyette, Dale Minert in the middle. Marion Rushing had the other safety, and Bill Coleman. Safeties Larry Wilson and Norm Beal. Corners Jimmy Hill and Billy Stacy. Third down and 7 from the 39-yard line. It's been a long first quarter so far. Jurgensen over the middle. Pete Retzlaff got the first down, and he's into Cardinal territory. Bill Coleman on the tackle. Sonny Jurgensen gives to Ted Dean. Ted Dean up the middle. Dean is going to pull forward for 5 yards. He had 14 carries, 65 yards last week against the Giants. Second down and 5. Jurgensen back to pass. Overthrows his man. Still to come this week. Week 4 of Sack to the Future. Here on the Vinny X Wolf channel. Tomorrow night, it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Boston Patriots. Then on Thursday night, the Baltimore Colts take on the San Diego Chargers. On other channels, on the Phantom Fighter channel, we still have the Denver Broncos. Hold on. Battling the Dallas Texans. You can also see the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings on his channel. There's an overthrow again by Jurgensen. On the John M channel, you can already check out the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Still to come there, the Houston Oilers take on the semi-pro Atlanta Falcons. And on the Terrors 89 channel, the LA Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers. And the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington Redskins. The Cleveland Browns are on a bye. King Hill gets the punt away. It is going to go out of bounds in the end zone and come out for a touchback at the 20. It'll be first down and 10 from the 20-yard lines for the St. Louis Cardinals. Charlie Johnson changing the play at the line. He's going to hand off. John David Crow is back in there. Crow with a nice run. He's going to pick up 9 yards. So whatever the injury to Crow was, he's back in the game. Have not heard or seen Prentice Scott yet. Looks like Crow is still in there, so I'm not sure what's going on with Gott. Jurgensen fakes the handoff. Throws it over the middle. Overthrows his man, incomplete. Look at the Eagles defensive line. Joe Lewis and Riley Gunnels in the middle. John Baker and Bobby Richards, the ends. Linebackers, Chuck Bednarik, Bob Harrison, Maxie Bond. Your defensive backs, Don Burrows and Jimmy Carr, the safeties. Irv Cross and Ben Scotty are the corners. It is a third down and 1 with 40 seconds to go in the first. Johnson's in the shotgun on this third down. He's back to pass. Over the middle, complete to Bobby Joe Conrad. And Conrad gets out to the 50. And a first down for the Cardinals. That's Conrad's second reception of the afternoon. Johnson's going to take off running. No even thought about throwing. He takes off running. He picks up 14 and a first down for the Cardinals. Will they get the playoff before the end of the first quarter? No. And that's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, from the St. Louis Busch Stadium. So the St. Louis Cardinals lead the Philadelphia Eagles 4-0. So it is a first down and 10 for the Cardinals from the 36-yard line. Crow with the carry. He gets through a few. It is a second down and 6 now after the 4-yard carry for Crow. Johnson hands it off to Crow. Crow bounces it out to the left. Crow is going to get up near the 27-yard line. It'll be third down and 1. Third down and 1 now. Johnson gives it to Triplett. Triplett right up the middle had a huge haul. Picked up 9 yards and a first down for the Cardinals. And breaking news, as I can announce, just negotiated the next playoff game in Blast from the Past, the series Vinny X Wolf versus John M. on both our channels tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern. It is the Buffalo All-Americans and the Dayton Triangles as we continue the road to the 1920 championship in our third divisional playoff. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Triplett. I will be the Buffalo All-Americans. John M. will be the Dayton Triangles. It'll be the Bills and Colts franchises. Bednarik with the tackle after a gain of 1. It is second down and 9. From the 16-yard line. Johnson hands it off to Triplett. And Triplett up to the 12-yard line. It'll be third down and 4. So Gott is still out. It appears to be a much more serious injury with him. John David Crow was able to come back in the game after 1 series. It is third down and 4 now from the 12-yard line. As Johnson is under center. He's back to pass. Throws it over the middle, complete to Taz Anderson. He's down to the 2-yard line, and a first and goal for the St. Louis Cardinals. Charlie Johnson is now 5 of 9 with 66 yards and 1 interception. That's Taz Anderson's second reception of the game. First and goal from the 2. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson pitches it out to John David Crow. Huge hole, wide open. Touchdown, St. Louis. And Jerry Perry will line up for the extra point. It is now 10-0 St. Louis. And Perry makes it 11-0 for the Cardinals here. Week 4 of the 1962 Sack to the Future season. Bonus game. This kickoff is short and to the right. It's taken just inside the 9-10 by Tommy McDonald. And Larry Wilson, playing special teams, makes the tackle. 127 total yards for the Eagles, just 7. Or Cardinals, just 7 for the Eagles. Jurgensen coming up under center. He gives to Ted Dean. Ted Dean's going to pick up a yard. It'll be second down and 9. Jurgensen throws complete to Dick Lucas, and it's going to be good enough, I think, for a first down. Oh, they're going to say 3rd and inches. So it's only going to be an 8-yard reception officially, but that's Dick Lucas's 3rd already of the afternoon, and Norm Beal on the tackle. There's a look at the defensive lineman, Don Owens, who had one of the 2 safeties in this game. Oh, and the Eagles jump. The Eagles move early and are going to back themselves up. Number 75, Jim McCusker, the 5th-year tackle out of Pitt. It's 3rd and 5 now. Jurgensen is in the shotgun. They're going to send Pete Retzlaff in motion. Jurgensen throws over the middle, complete to Howard Cassidy. And a first down for the Eagles. Howard Hopalong Cassidy makes the catch in his first year with Philadelphia. So again, tomorrow, just for you, if you didn't pay attention or didn't hear earlier, the schedule at about 10 a.m. Eastern. Blast from the Past, the 3rd divisional playoff game, the John M. versus Vinny X Wolf series. It'll be the Buffalo All-Americans and the Dayton Triangles. And tomorrow around 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, the Buffalo Bills host the Boston Patriots in Week 4 of Sack of the Future. Ted Dean gets the carry. He is going to be up near the 47-yard line, and it'll be close. And it'll be 2nd and inches. But then, on Thursday night on this channel, the Baltimore Colts take on the San Diego Chargers. There's other games still to come. Make sure you subscribe to all 4 channels, Vinny X Wolf, John M, Terrors89, and Phantom Fighter for all your Sack to the Future action. Jurgensen hands it off to Ted Dean. Ted Dean gets the first down, but then he's spun down. He's got 5 carries, 16 yards. One of the Owens boys makes the tackle. Ten, 8-yard line. Under 4 minutes now to go in the first half. The St. Louis Cardinals lead the Philadelphia Eagles 11-0. Jurgensen back to pass. It's caught, but they're going to say is a gain of 2 yards. It is caught by number 33. That's Don Jonas, the rookie out of Penn State. But almost a wasted play. Second down and 8 as Jurgensen's going to line up in the shotgun. Gives to Merrill Douglas. Merrill Douglas gets up 3 yards up to the 46. I want to say 5 now. Yes, 3rd and 5 from the Cardinal 46. Jurgensen back to pass. That's a high, wide pass out of bounds, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And King Hill will come on for yet another punt. This one is a short punt to the left. It's going to go out of bounds down to the 8-yard line. Good punt from King Hill. Johnson lines up under center. He takes over the starting duties in 62 from Sam Echeverry. Johnson back to pass. He fakes the handoff. Throws it too high for his receiver over the middle. Charlie Johnson is now 5 of 10, 66 yards in the interception. Johnson back to pass. He's going to roll out to his left. Throws, it is caught. A diving catch by Bobby Joe Conrad, and a first down for the St. Louis Cardinals. Conrad in his 5th season out of Texas A&M with a diving, sliding catch. Here comes Sonny Randall in motion. Johnson's going to fake the give to Crow. He's going to throw it down the field to Sonny Randall, and it's a first down catch out to the 43-yard line. And that puts Charlie Johnson over 100 yards for the day. He's now connected on his last 2 passes. Johnson looking, he throws it's complete to Taz Anderson. Anderson's going to get to the 50, and we're nearing the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals are going to have to hurry to get this snap off, down to 2:12 and counting. That was Anderson's 3rd catch. Johnson back to pass. He's going to throw. He's got a wide open Taz Anderson. Anderson past the 30, makes one man miss down to the 29, and we are at the 2-minute warning officially. First down and 10 for the St. Louis Cardinals at the 21-yard line of Philadelphia. Johnson with an empty backfield is all by himself in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got some time. He throws. It's caught by Jack Elwell. Nope, they're going to say incomplete. Jack Elwell could not hold on. Chuck Bednarik, Concrete Charlie, laying him out. And then standing over him and looking at the damage. Let's take a look at that hit. Bam. Bednarik right there to make sure that... Look at that. Bam. Elwell was not holding on to that pass. So Johnson going to the shotgun on 2nd down and 10. He's back to pass. He slides, he throws, caught by John David Crow. And Crow is going to get up to the 19-yard line. That'll be good enough for 2. That'll be 3rd down and 8. Maxie Bond on the tackle. Johnson back to pass. Rolls to his left. Throws toward the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Did not see who had the reception. There's a look at Bednarik. He's not happy. Bednarik. He throws it into the end zone. Still don't make out who it is. Right there, Jack Elwell. Elwell, who was knocked unconscious by, well, they're reviewing this by Bednarik 2 plays earlier, comes up with a catch right on the sideline. And it is going to stand. It's a touchdown and 17-0 lead for the Cardinals. Jerry Perry with the extra point, and it's 18-0 now after an 8-play, 92-yard drive. And with a minute 24 left in the first half, the Cardinals are in command control of this game. It's taken by McDonald at the 8. He's up past the 20. He's going to be near the 30 down to the 29-yard line, and that is where Sonny Jurgensen will have to come on and try and fix things. And now all of a sudden I'm down to 0 viewers, which makes no sense because I'm watching the game. You'd think in 2019 we'd be able to get an accurate view count. Just saying. Jurgensen throws it to Dick Lucas. It seems to be his favorite receiver today. That's his 4th reception. No, they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say that Garland Boyette hit him so hard he dropped the ball, and it's 2nd down and 10. Jurgensen back to pass on the 2nd down. He is going to be, nope, he gets away. He throws at the last second, overthrows the man. Nobody home, incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 now. Jurgensen gives to Merrill Douglas, and he is going to run smack into Don Owens. And it'll be 4th down and 11. And King Hill will come on to punt it away once again. This time Hill standing at his 14. He gets off a high punt. It's going to be taken at the 23 by Norm Beal. Beal makes one man miss, but the second guy in gets him at the 25-yard line. Or 35-yard line, sorry. And Charlie Johnson, 11 of 17, 158 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception on the afternoon, will take over with an 18-0 lead in less than a minute to go in the half. Johnson throws on the run. It's caught by Anderson, who makes a man miss. And Anderson gets out to the 47 and a 1st down. And a timeout taken by St. Louis. With 54 seconds to go. A little early, in my opinion, to take that timeout, but who am I? Johnson back to pass. Throws it over the middle. This time Anderson is only going to pick up 3. And they can't burn the timeout this time. They're going to have to get to the line of scrimmage. That's Anderson's 6th reception already on the afternoon. 78 yards by the Tasmaniac. Johnson looking. There's a flag down. This could be coming back. Johnson's going to take off run. He's going to slide. Why don't you get out of bounds? Computer AI, you make no sense. There's going to be a holding penalty against Ken Gray. Johnson back to pass now. Throws it over the middle. It's caught by John David Crow. Seems like a pointless pass, though, to only pick up a yard in 3rd and 17. And they burn their final timeout. So after calling a timeout, they come back with a peculiar run to John David Crow. And the Eagles take a timeout. We can't get this first half over. It's already been 40 minutes. I'm hitting the X button and skip replays, guys. It's just a long game. I hope you stick with it, though. Echeverry gets the punt off. It's going to go out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will come back for another attempt. There's the give to Ted Dean. Ted Dean makes one man miss. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the carry, and that should do it for the first half. And we are going to half with the score: St. Louis 18, Philadelphia nothing. And the Cardinals get the ball back to start the second half. Over 11 minutes past the goal to get through that first half. Prentice Scott, he's back from his injury, and he is out to the 27-yard line. Oh, we got back. Let's see who takes over. The first play is going to be John David Crow. Johnson hands it off to Crow. Crow makes the first man miss. He gets it out to the 33 and a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. You're going to give Bedrink the credit for the tackle there. That's his first, because that earlier play was an incomplete pass. Johnson, a little bit of a low snap. Throws his caught, incomplete. Prentice Scott dropped it. And it'll bring up a third down and 5. So luckily for the Cardinals, they did not lose their 2 running backs. Let's do a game reset in the first half. 2 safeties for the St. Louis Cardinals. And back-to-back plays, both running backs went down. They both have since returned. Charlie Johnson's been steady. John David Crow runs, gets the first down up to the 38. He's got 45 on the day, and it is a 1st and 10 for the St. Louis Cardinals. Johnson gives to Crow. He's trying to follow his block, but his block was too slow. Mal Hammock couldn't get out of the way. Looked like he had lined up, Hammock had lined up between 2 trees and took a nap. Second down and 10. Johnson is the drop play. And on the rush, Mackie Bond gets the tackle and forces a third down and 13. Johnson on third down, back to pass. He's got some time. He's rolling to his right. He's throwing back across his body. A diving catch made by Jack Elwell and a first down. Jack Elwell, a rookie out of Purdue, coming up with 2 stellar catches today. Also a hell of a hit that knocked his face loose. But he's back in there. He's a tough guy. Football player. It's 1st and 10. There's the give to Gott. Gott makes the first man miss. And he's got 4 carries for just 1 yard so far. Second down, it's 7. Johnson gives to Crow. Crow's got a huge hole and a first down. He's going to get 14 yards on the carry. He's got 11 carries so far, 55 yards and a touchdown. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. Prentice Scott now in the backfield. Scott gets the handoff. He gets through the first man. He's going to pick up 3 yards. I want to take a break, take a minute here to give a shout out to my wife. John M. gave a shout out to his girlfriend the other night. My wife sometimes is a warrior and just dealing with things right now that I can't really get into. And the other night when she should be getting ready for bed because she gets up at 3:30 in the morning to go to work, our little one fell and cut her finger open. And I don't deal well with the ER people, so my wife, although she should have been in bed, she did the strong thing, the motherly thing, and took the little one to the ER and got her all better. And so I'll just take that little moment there, just a couple days past Valentine's Day, to send a wish out to my wife, or of course not going to give out her real name, but the Twisted Angel as she likes to be known. Love you, honey. It is 1st and goal now at the 12-yard line after the penalty. Charlie Johnson hands it off to Prentice Scott, and he is brought down after a gain of 2. Looks like it's right up the middle. Could not get by number 89. Who happens to be roster filler. I don't have an 89 on field. Second and goal now from the 10. Johnson hands it off to Crow. Crow is knocked down after Pickett after first contact. He gets to the 8, 2 yards, third and goal. Johnson's going to be in the shotgun for this play. And the Cardinals, they don't know what the snap count is. They move early. Could call either the right guard or the right tackle on that one. It'll be third and goal. Excuse me, third and goal from the 13. Sends Crow in motion. Johnson looking to pass. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to dump it to Taz Anderson. It's only going to be good for 1 yard. It'll bring up a... So Jerry Perry comes on for a 29-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is good. And we're at 21-0. So all of a sudden, even though we have 2 safeties on the board, we have a normal-looking score. But we could be headed for another shutout. The Cardinals shut the 49ers out last week in the bonus game, 27-0. And they're looking to get another one. Can Sonny Jurgensen do something about the Cardinals' defense? It has been stellar. Ted Dean with a big hole, and he's up for a first down. It'd be a 1st and 10 at the 43. Jurgensen hands it off to Dean, and this time he's stuffed by Joe Robb and company. Second down and 10 from the 43. Jurgensen back to pass. He steps up. He throws it on the run. Howard Cassidy makes the reception, and he's down to the 35 of gain of 23 yards. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, trying to break this shutout. At the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Dean on the carry, but he is wrapped up and taken down by an Owens. Picks up a yard, though. Don Owens with his 5th tackle, including 2 sacks, including 1 safety in that. Jurgensen hands off to Dean. Dean's forward for 3 yards. He's carried the ball 10 times, 36 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. Not sure who number 99 is for the Cardinals. Must be roster filler. Did the best I could to make sure nothing got on the field, but it happens. 3rd down and 6. Jurgensen on the delayed give to Merrill Douglas. And Douglas is thrown down by Joe Robb. Could not get away. Forced the 4th down and lines up for a field goal attempt of 47 yards on grass here at Busch Stadium. It hit the crossbar. It's no good. Bobby Walston could not connect from 47. And shutout preserved with 2:01 to go in the 3rd. Look for the Cardinals to slow things down, try and work luck. Incomplete pass. What do I know about offensive strategy? Not a damn thing. It's 2nd down and 10 now. Johnson hands it off to Prentice Scott. Scott's going to get forward for 4 yards, and it'll be a 3rd down and 6. Third down and 6 from the 41-yard line. John David Crow in the backfield. Johnson's back to pass. Throws it over the middle, complete to Sonny Randall. And Randall stays in bounds, gets down to the Eagle 46 and a first down. 227 yards for Charlie Johnson on the afternoon, the future Denver Bronco. I say things like that just because I want to highlight when a player will become one of ours. John David Crow makes a man miss. He gets down to the 38, a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Cardinals. Crow gets the handoff. Nice big hole. He's down to the 30. And an injury timeout. And this time, when a guy goes down for a second time, and this time it's Chuck Bednarik on the tackle, but when a guy goes down for a second time, he's usually out for several weeks. And John David Crow, this is his 2nd injury. So Prentice Gott will come on. Johnson dumps it over the middle of Sonny Randall. Randall picks up about 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. And we got a flag. Another false start on the Cardinals. Number 75, Ed Cook. A little jumpy. 2nd down and 14. Here's the give to Gott. Gott gets by one man. Gott's going to go down to the 20. A pick of a 14. His 8th carry, 23 yards. The Cardinals have 359 total yards. And we are nearing 3/4 of shutout football and at least 7 total. This should be the last play of the first quarter. Gott's going to take the handoff. He's going to get 5 yards on the carry, and it is the end of the 3rd quarter with the St. Louis Cardinals leading the Philadelphia Eagles 21-0. All of a sudden, that 62 Cardinal defense looking stellar as all hell. Trying to be one of the greatest of all times. There's the pass complete to Taz Anderson. He gets 2. Johnson's 20 of 28. Anderson 8 receptions, 81 yards. Got close to the end zone once. 3rd down and 3. The Cardinals shift. They got to get set. Johnson back to pass. Swings it out to Gott. Gott is going to be flipped head over heels. Nice tackle by number 40, Don Burrows. No, I think I got that name wrong. It's going to force a 4th down field goal attempt. Number 40 is roster filler. Of course he is. I didn't do the Eagles lineup. I just did the Cardinals because that's who my controller is on. This will be a 33-yard attempt for Jerry Perry from the Echeverry hold. From the Echeverry hold, Jerry Perry goes through very. It's scary that I'm trying to rhyme. Maybe it's because I'm so tired I'm weary. Alright, that's enough. Perry gets the kickoff. Taken by Tommy McDonald at the 4. He will get out to the 28-yard line. And can the Eagles stave off being shut out? 364-81 total yardage. The Eagles have been dominated all over the place. Jurgensen back to pass, although he hasn't thrown an interception yet. That one's caught by Pete Retzlaff for the 1st down. The Cardinals have given up only 93 total yards. Look at a shocker down the bottom of the screen. Detroit beating the Giants. You can see that game on the John M channel. Ted Dean is just carrying Don Owens with him. He just put him on his back and said, "Let's go for a ride, young man." But that is Don Owens' 6th tackle on the afternoon. Second down and 4 from the 46. Jurgensen back to pass. He throws. It is caught by Howard Cassidy. Cassidy's been picking up some big plays. Jurgensen's over 100 yards now. That was a 28-yard play to hop along Cassidy. And the Eagles have a first down and 10 at the Cardinal 25, trying to get in the end zone and break the Cardinals' streak of 7 straight quarters for shutout action. Jurgensen back to pass. He's taken down with a face mask. Of all the places to grab, you had a wide open shot. You grab him by the face mask and rip him down. That'll be a first and 10 for the Eagles, back to the 25 where they started. Jerry Perry. Oh, he's not roster filler. He is, but he's the wrong color. Jerry Perry, the kicker, is white. He's given number 99 on defense because he has to wear his regular number 79 when he's kicking. It's first and 10. Ted Dean takes the handoff. He's going to spin down to the 10-yard line, and that'll be a 8-yard pickup. You see Larry Wilson, the future Hall of Famer, imploring the Cardinals to get a turnover, strip the ball, interception, something, hold the Eagles out of the end zone, get a big sack. Jurgensen trying to break that, throws, it's caught by Bud, and it's a touchdown. And number 20 for the Eagles, Frank Budd, the rookie out of Villanova, Philadelphia boy, catches the pass and gets his first NFL touchdown. That might even be his first reception. And the Eagles will go for 2. There's a handoff to Merrill Douglas, but he cannot get by that Cardinal defensive line. Now, they just give him credit for rushing yards on that play. They'll give you credit for rushing yards on a 2-point conversion. Here's the onside kick. It is taken by Jack Elwell, but they won't give you credit for a fake punt run. So, with 5:28 to go, Charlie Johnson, he's got 1 interception. He's got 1 touchdown. He's had a hell of an afternoon. Known as the future of the Cardinal organization. Prentice Scott, big hole right up the middle. He's going to get 9 yards. He's got 37 on the afternoon. Not sure how severe the injury is to John David Crow. Who knows when we'll see the Cardinals next. 31 rushes, 29 pass plays. Pretty even. Scott on the carry, huge hole. He is going to get down to the 19, 20-yard line, 13-yard carry. He's now over 50 on the day. The Cardinals have got to be over 100 yards. Jimmy Carr on the tackle. I'm pretty sure Crow was over 50. Plus Hammock has a carry, Triplett has a carry, Johnson a couple. Gott up the middle, he's got 16 or 4 yards. Second down and 6 at the 16. Crow, he's back in there. So the injury wasn't that severe. Crow's up to 86 yards now. Of course, you never know. This season could be a glitch. We never did get a report on how bad it was. 405 total yards for the Cardinals. 86 rushing yards for Crow. 55 for Gott. There's the handoff to Crow. Crow blasts his way into the end zone. So that injury must not be that bad. It is now 30-6, St. Louis. Jerry Perry will line up for the extra point. And the kick is long enough and good. 5 plays, 43 yards, and the Cardinals now lead 31-6. With 4:01 to go, and we just passed an hour. If you've stuck with us this long, thank you. Here's Ken Gregory, the former Colt, on the return. And he's taken down. Not seen much of him today. We don't need to see the awful highlights yet of Sonny Jurgensen. He's had a bad game. But he's in the shotgun on 1st down and 10. He steps up. He steps back. He falls. He gets back up. Throws. And is caught by Tommy McDonald for the 1st down. What a way to stick with the pass. He was knocked down by his own man, and he somehow got back up and threw a 1st down. And they've hit 100 yards passing now. Finally. Out to the 45-yard line. Jurgensen back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Cassidy with a catch, and he takes a shot. Number 50, Garland Boyette, and Cassidy cannot maintain control of the ball. Garland Boyette, the rookie, with a hell of a shot. Future Houston Oiler. Jurgensen back to pass. Throws it to Cassidy, and this time he's brought down by Larry Wilson, but he holds on to the pass, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Jurgensen in the shotgun. It's a screen pass to Merrill Douglas. He's got some blocking, and Douglas has the 1st down and gets out of bounds. Back to pass. Jurgensen over the middle to Dick Lucas. Lucas fumble. And they're going to say the Eagles maintain possession. He might have been down anyway, so it won't matter.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. Let's overload.
1st and 10 from the 24. Jurgensen back to pass. He steps up. He's going to be brought down. He's sacked by Jerry Perry, number 99, 79 actually. It'll be 2nd down and 15. So 2nd and 15 after that sack. Another false start, this time for the Eagles. Jurgensen floats the ball over the head of his intended receiver. It'll be 3rd down and 20. With 2:15 now to go in the game. Jurgensen is in the shotgun on 3rd and 20 from the 34-yard line, trying to get another score on the board and have something positive to look back on. Throws it over the middle. It's caught by Merrill Douglas. Douglas is going to pick up 6 on the play. It'll be a 4th and 13. So will they send on the field goal kicker? And they will, lining up for what should be a 45-yard, 44-yard kick. But first, we're going to have the 2-minute warning. So Bobby Walston, he missed from 47 earlier. He's going to go from just inside 45. It's low, it's long, and it's good. And it's now 31-9 Cardinals. Lined up for the onside kick yet again. Jack Elwell once again recovers it. Well, here comes Charlie Johnson to try to run the clock out now. The Eagles do have all 3 timeouts. Question whether they'll use them or not, though. Crow up the middle. He's going to get 5. And the Eagles are not going for timeout. Here's the give to Gott. And Gott is slammed to the turf by Burrows. 3rd and 5. And the Eagles are just content to let the Cardinals run the clock out. This should be the last play of the game. Charlie Johnson, he throws. It's caught by Elwell, but he steps out of bounds. Not a bright play. 1st and 10, though. They can just line up and kneel it. There's the give to Crow. Crow with a big hole, gets 9. He's got 101 yards on the day. And the St. Louis Cardinals will get to 4-0. Their defense went 7 quarters without giving up any points. They've been in back-to-back bonus games. The Eagles have dropped to 1-3. We've seen them every week of the season so far. Bonus game in week 1, 2, and 4, and they played the Giants in week 3. Your final score, St. Louis 31, Philadelphia 9. Thanks for joining us on the Vinny X Wolf channel for Sack to the Future 1962. Remember to join us in the morning for Blast from the Past, Buffalo All-Americans, Dayton Triangles, and tomorrow evening, Buffalo Bills and Boston Patriots Sack to the Future. There's Taz Anderson on the reception. Pitch out to Crow for the touchdown. Crow's other touchdown. Jurgensen to Bud for his first reception. It goes for touchdown. Johnson to Elwell, his first touchdown. All's well that all's well. All's well that all's whatever. Your final score from St. Louis, Cardinals 31, Eagles 9. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent, and you're not.